Okay, so today I'm going to talk about the speaking skill, maybe the section number 2 from the speaking skill, especially speaking for IELTS. Okay, basically, speaking skill that we did or I just explained from the previous video is all about like a family topic. And then today I want to move on the different topic. Okay, the topic number 2. I just raised the topic about the sport or competition. Okay, so because speaking skill can be asked in the the trend or the current situation that we have to talk about that. So it is very important for the student or text taker try to understand the real situation or the current situation. Okay, and the sport and competition can be considered as the famous topic and very interesting topic that the student have to involve with this kind of activity or the competitions like that. And I might suggest that the sport is very interesting that we have to say something about it, this kind of activity that we go through the benefit or advantage of the sport or competition in a daily life, and we will emphasize on the discussion topic about sport and competition because I believe that this discussion topic very important and very difficult. Okay, because we don't have much time to prepare about it, but we have to talk fluent in the fluent way. So it's kind of hard as well, because if we don't have any information in my mind or my brain, it will stop talking sometimes. So it's considered as bad when you have to test on the real exam. Okay, so I will raise some questions or this kind of information needed, all right, okay, for sport and competitions. Okay, so I would like to talk about the kind or the types of passionate sport or favorite sport. Okay, for example, like if we go for the sport, we can describe a sport in different way. For example, if you go for the outdoor activities or indoor activities or fitness center or gym or things like that, so we have to separate in each topic. Okay, for example, if we talk about indoor activities, so maybe we can explain in the real situation or in the present time if people are likely to go to the gym, right? So it's kind of very interesting topic. For example, like we can do yoga, we can do fitness or building muscle, something like that. So it might be very important when you can explain about favorite sport or passionate sport. When we go to different way of the passionate sport, when we talk about outdoor activity, for example, like if you go to the football, okay, so you need to know the rules and the regulation of that football team should do, and what kinds of the quality or the sport to qualify or not in order to play a game to be in the right direction. So this is very important when we have to explain something about the detail, especially the sport or competition. Okay, and another type that I might raise the topic is about let's say this is the question topic that you feel feel like okay, athletes or the sport, right, sporter, the one who can play sport or talented in the sport has to be a role model. Okay, role model for people or for everybody or not. So this is very important and interesting topic because when it comes to the the role of the role model of athletes, it can be very interesting. So we have to keep something benefit, or we can differentiate between benefit or disadvantage or misbenefit of each role model or not. But for me, I might suggest that we have to talk about maybe in the advantage or positive way, because at least it's not likely to be like everyone can be the best athlete or the role model for the sport. So just only one or just only few people can be like athletes or the sporter as a role model. So we can inspire someone when we talk about a role model in terms of sporter. Okay, and move on to the maybe competition. So we can see that a lot of competition related to the sport or game are likely to be famous and globalized now today. For example, like we have to say something about the benefit of international sport or international sport event, or maybe for example, like if we talk about like a world competition, all right, okay, football or any kinds of the sport, which is a big event, big international sport, things like that, we have to say the collaboration of the sport or the importance of the event as an international event. So you can come up with the creativity or the most advantage of the international sports as well. Okay, this is maybe like things that we have to consider about that. And then it is very important again to talk about the rule or the regulation of the sport. For example, like if we talk about the rule, okay, so we're gonna have like maybe when we lose the sport, how could we do about that? Okay, when we win the sport, how could we do about that? So it is very important when it comes to the reality or the situation that you are play football or games together. So we have to say something equally. For example, like when we lose the game, what will benefit about that, or what we can accept or totally acknowledge about that. And when we win some game, right, how could we cheer ourselves? What will we say? Congratulations or things like that. So this is very important regulation for the sport that we should know about the way that explain or try to talk about win or lose in that game. Okay, and I think like maybe this is the way that examiner can measure your ability in English, because it's just not only for fluency, but maybe some idea would be advantage as well for those who want to get a high score. All right, and the discussion topic about the sport or competition, it would be like money with the professional sport. Some said that money, okay, is very and maybe money spent a lot for the professional sport, or it can be considered that professional sport, okay, might gain lots of money. Okay, so what do you think about that? And we have to compare about the professional sport and other professional the professional job as well. For example, we have to compare about professional sport and professional doctor, professional teacher, or professional singer, things like that. So we have to differentiate between professional sport and the other kinds of job would be related to the money or not. So in terms of our opinion, we have to explain that why we need professional in that particular field and why we need a lot of money in that way. So this kind of like very, very important. We have to justify and compare the reason why between things like it. Okay, and I just want to explain that this is very important for the sport or competition topic. Okay, and just a reminder again that this kind of like the question type that I've been teaching for the students, so it might not be likely to be like this at all, but if you can prepare this kind of question like this, it would be advantage for all of you to understand that the way non-native speaker should say on their exam day. Okay, so I just want to finish the topic of sport and competition just only this, and I hope that this video can be useful channel that you can follow and use some instruction to apply for the real exam. Okay, and today I just gonna finish the classes only this, and see you next time. Bye bye.